technology trends. So these are the things that I think should be top of mind to small businesses when it comes to how to use technology to make their business better. Now, there are 10,000 other ones that I didn't go through because there's so many things you can look at. So I picked a couple that I thought were ones that are either easy to implement or key to success when it comes to today's economy. Real quick, who I am. The very bottom is the alphabet soup Ashley told me to refer to of all the certifications I've had in my life. So from a technical standpoint, I've been doing technology for 15 years. It's the only thing I've done as an adult. I've been running this company for the past almost 10 years now. And I also sit on 3Com and Cisco's Small Business Dealer Council. We were actually Cisco's Small Business Partner of the Year for the South for this year. Our company was founded in January 1st of 2000. I actually started it in Milledgeville. I moved to the greater Macon area because this area obviously has a lot better location for resources and road access. So we brought the company here. We're actually located at 93 Gateway Drive, which is across from the new mall from Riverside. They put in. So I'm about 10 minutes away is all. Everyone told me I needed 45 minutes to get here, and I got here like 30 minutes too early. So I sat in my car and was ready for a few minutes. So we're right up the road from here. We service the entire state of Georgia, and our business does provide voice and data solutions as a complete solution. One thing that we've done as a small business is we try to define what we were this year and really have a succinct mission statement. So I always make a point of putting that out there. Our mission really is to enable our clients to achieve their maximum potential. And we do that by helping them with business process when it comes to technology. So we were also CRN, which is a computer reseller news. It's a trade industry magazine. We were their 2008, one of their 2008 Fast Growth 100. So out of the entire country, there are about 5,000 IT companies in the country. We were number 67 when it comes to growth last year. We don't have sales reps, which I try to make a point of telling people. We have account managers. That's how I introduce them, because we look at things as a relationship. We're all in a small business. That's what we are. We're another small business. I'll always be a small business, so we want that personal relationship with our clients to help them grow their business. We do have full in-house IT staff, and also we do have an in-house low voltage department. But on to what we really were here, and wow, that did not come out the way I wanted to do. Formatting change there. Big trends that I see for small business, and that's where I go to this list. I want to try to find out about you guys, so I can make sure I tailor this to you, is telecommuting, teleconferencing, regulatory compliance is a big issue for small business, off-site backup or backup in general, technology to business advantage, and TAS, which is an acronym you will probably hear a lot of IT people's mouths, which is technology as a service. Now, I know we have some people here from the chamber. Napa Auto Parts.
Yes, sir. Central Georgia Technology.
Central Georgia Technology. Okay. Okay, well good. Okay, so I got an idea. We'll try to tailor this to you guys. If I talk about something in particular that you want me to talk about more or less, please let me know as we go, because I can talk a long time or very short, depending on how you like to hear. Telecommuting, from a small business perspective, is something that we really haven't embraced a lot, because small businesses have been predominantly focused on staff they can bring to a building and put to work doing a job. But as we evolve, a lot of our business becomes service-based. A lot of us are not product come to the store base. A lot of us are where we provide service to people that may not be in direct contact in our local area, which then gives us the ability to actually look at our staff potentially not being stuck to that same building. So telecommuting is basically the ability to give your staff either permanently or temporarily the ability to work from an alternate location with access to either some or all of the same things they had access to when they were in the building they normally work in. Reasons to do this vary from business to business. I actually work with an accounting firm that my bookkeeper is in South Carolina, my CPA is in Texas, and the comptroller's in New York. And the reason they do that is they found that they actually employ stay-at-home moms for their bookkeepers for the most part, or stay-at-home parents. So they find somebody who's willing to work at their own time, but they'll give 8 hours a day. But they want to be able to stay at home, so they employ people, which means they can hire them for less. And they hire them at locations to accomplish the task. my bookkeeper is actually a stay-at-home dad, and my CPA is a stay-at-home mom. So this company actually found a business model where they can provide that same service without having to have those personnel there on site. Increased morale. This is something we found, right? For most of you guys, we do remote teleworking for two reasons. One, I have staff all over the state. So I actually got staff in Athens, close to Atlanta, some that are down in Perry, and I don't want to make them all have to commute to make it every day. So my brother lives in Athens, so he works 2 to 3 days a week remotely, but he has a phone in his house that's attached to our phone system. He has access to all of our same critical files. So he effectively is just as close in Athens as he is in his own office. From a morale standpoint, a lot of staff members actually for a business would give them a few more hours of work if they can leave at a convenient time. So I need to get home because I want to go have dinner with my family. I want to go out to the baseball field and watch my son or daughter play baseball or softball. But I've got work to get done. And so now I'm having to make that choice between my personal life and my business life. And what we found is that most people will give you another 10 to 20% of productivity if they can go home, do what they want to do, and sign back on in the evening when everything's settled back down to do additional work. So that's probably one of the biggest things. You can't really attribute that to direct dollars and savings, but you can contribute that to, I don't need that additional person because I can get a little bit more productivity out of my staff. Lower overhead costs. Some businesses look at this in a way that I have to have additional office space. I need to add 5 additional offices because I've got 5 new sales reps. No, I don't. Let them work from home. Give them an internet connection. A lot of times they already have one. So I don't have to have the footprint of that building to then have my staff there. Like I said earlier, access to lower cost of labor. This would play into, honestly, for people who live in this area who want to work for larger corporations out of Atlanta. I have a friend of mine who works for a large manufacturer. He's a representative for the state of Georgia, but instead of having to go to the Atlanta office, he lives in Macon. So he doesn't have to go to that Atlanta office and work every day. So he's able to get a job working for a company that, before telecommuting, he wouldn't have had access to. He would have been local to where that office was. Disruption of business location. And I'll talk about this when it comes to backup and some disaster recovery items also, but telecommuting can be a way that, if you look at our little flu problem we had most recently, when the schools all said that if they had another student or two at some of these schools come out with the swine flu, they were going to shut the whole county down. That was a discussion at one point. And when we shut down the whole county, what do parents have to do with their kids? Because usually that means the daycare shut down, right? They all have to go home. So if you look at business disruption, you may not be able to have all your business functions done when that happens. But you could potentially say, that's fine, go home, log in remotely, keep doing your job. And you don't lose that access to your staff. So from a business continuity standpoint, this is also another valuable item. Teleconferencing, and this is something that we have really all started embracing recently. And I know you guys are looking at doing this for your next lunch and learn, right? It's going to be a teleconference or a webinar, as we call it. It's teleconferencing, video conferencing. It all sort of blends together now. But this really is the ability to obviously allow a meeting to happen when people aren't in the same room. It used to be we used to have conference calls. We used to have commit calls. And there was a company where I worked a long time ago. Seller would call in and commit how much they could sell that. It was all audio. This is actually talking about the ability to then take web technology like WebEx, GoToMeeting. Gosh, there's 1,000 of them out there now that provide different video conferencing. And this sort of goes to telecommuting. This is the ability to actually give your staff the ability to meet without having to have